Welcome to PKR TV. It's very rare that you can turn $32 into $5.5 grand, but with PKR's main event, you can do exactly that. Cracking stuff. This has been going for 2 days now. All the players have had some kip. Now they're back in the mix. Who can I see on this table? It's none other than Kickoff. We know him, we love him, but is he any good at poker? We'll find out. Got to tell you, Scotty, so happy to be in the commentary booth for this session just because of that little fella on the small blind. Kickoff. Craig Bignell. Craig, what a legend that man is. He's such a good lad. How long have you known him for, Scotty?
Craig, I met at the first PKR Live.
Yeah.
Which was, God knows Jesus, must be a few years now.
Same here. Max, our man from... Where's that flag from? I thought I was going to say Germany, but that's the one above.
That's Belgium.
That's Belgium, is it? He's gone all in. I like that shove. Yeah, it's a semi-decent hand.
He's got 4 big blinds, can't really do much else.
Got to get it in and kick off. There he is. Over the top from Craig. Wow. El Chico has to fold a pretty good hand, Jack King. And, well, Kickoff is ahead, looking good. And our man, Craig, takes the Belgium out in 10th. But, yeah, I'm the same as you. I met him at PKR Live. He's very good friends with James Sudworth.
They live together now.
James, if for those who don't know, is one of our PKR pros. James 666. They live together. Out in, is it Kent?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there for a
I was there
session.
the other day, yeah.
Yeah, how was that? They had a home game and they built their own poker table, is that right?
That's right. I'm not sure I believe that they built it because it was pretty impressive to be built from scratch.
Yeah, I saw
And it had
pictures.
like LED lights going around it that changed colour and stuff. It was pretty cool.
I have to say, sneaky little call here from Celtic, isn't it? And a sexy hand with a big stack is 5-6 suited. I'd flat call with that. Have a little look at that flop. And kick off again with a hand. But is he going to get himself into trouble against Celtic here? Yeah, he might. I think this is a insta call from Celtic. I would.
See how many chips
I'm calling this.
There you go.
As does Celtic, but Kickoff ahead, now behind.
Needs to find a 7.
Needs it badly.
Let's see.
Well, what can you say about that apart from you idiot Kickoff? Honestly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he's using his chip stack there, isn't he? And
I mean,
trying to get people off small hands.
When the player limps there, they're showing some pretty weakness there. Like so.
I think they're showing big strength, though.
You think they're showing big strength?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That whole under the gun limp.
Was it under the gun?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much.
Okay, that's
pretty much. But, well,
standard shove here.
Pretty standard stuff, isn't it?
Wouldn't be shocked to see Brummy look him up.
Well, I'm surprised by that.
I
think anything from ace jack up is going to look him up.
I mean,
a pair of 8s upwards, but
the only reason I wouldn't call is just for players behind.
Well,
but you're definitely ahead of the range of the shove.
I'm surprised that Kickoff. Kickoff, I felt his fingers were burnt in that previous hand, so he's let go of the ace-10, wisely so. Because
could be heading towards
ace
the chop.
queen.
Oh, he's got some straight outs now.
Yep.
Nope, ace queen holds.
Yep. Well, going back to that poker table, I liked it. It
was really cool. Yeah.
I saw the picture. It had these LED lights around the outside of it.
Yeah.
Or kind of on the felt, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was sort of inside the rim of the table.
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah, it was
really cool.
It was cool. Gave me a headache a bit.
Yeah.
But
nice idea. I'd like to see
sure.
A few more poker clubs taking up that idea.
They should start a business and start selling them, I think.
Yeah. El Chico. Ace Jack suited looks good, doesn't it? It's a pretty looking hand.
Fold.
What do you think of that call with Ace 5 suited? I love Ace 5 suited, but I mean, it's a donkey call, isn't it?
First, I don't like the open from the ace jack. I probably would have shipped with his stack. he's playing like 14 bigs, I think, something around that.
Yeah.
And for that reason, the ace-5 calls even worse maybe than the choice to open rather than shove.
Is this a check raise?
It's, I mean, the stack size would prefer to be a check raise. Wow, this is a interesting card.
I would have liked to check raise, but because I think many bingos now are going to call. You've got to call if you've gone all the way. Well, it's pretty strong though, isn't it? That all in. This is, yeah, okay. Maybe I'm being a bit flippant here, but it's that flush draw. He's got a pair of fives.
I mean, for him to call on the flop, then it's sort of showing that he thinks he's got the best hand, and the nine's not really going to change it.
Weirdly, I think both of them played this hand slightly wrong. But
yeah, I'm not a fan of either one's play. I mean, it's not terrible.
No.
But there's a few things I would definitely change.
Yeah, I would have just check raised all in if I'd been El Chico there. But who knows? Our friend who was also in the hand might not have taken the bait and may not have bet.
Exactly.
So who knows? It's very easy from our point of view as well. We see the whole cards.
Yeah, poker would be much easier if you could see what everyone had.
Yeah, so let's talk about Kickoff recently. I'm a massive fan of his. Also, for the humility that he showed, he wrote an article in Stacked magazine where he freely admitted to having donked off a huge amount of money. He'd splurged.
Yeah.
He'd built up Dansky's in the room with us. He'll put me right on this if I get my facts wrong. I believe Kickoff from, pretty minimal stakes, had risen up the ladder, built up a very big bankroll, and then effectively kind of kept on at those stakes and was close to losing the lot.
Here comes the flop.
But then came back very quickly. Let's have a look at this hand. Jack King was a straight draw in it against top pair.
Yeah, he's got a double gut shot.
This might become something of a pot. But I believe that he ended up losing pretty much all of it. And then he switched gears to right down to the lower stakes in an attempt to build back up. So rather than sort of tilt off and get in debt and all the rest of it, he was very disciplined about it. And I believe that he's... Nice brave move for the 10-3 there. And I believe he's now sort of back at the point where he was, where he's got a healthy-looking bankroll. He's shown some discipline. He didn't go and, all around the world trying to win massive tournaments. Dansky's that kind of the story. And I love the article in Stacked that he wrote about it, because very few poker players talk about their losses.
Yeah, I mean, you generally won't find them being honest as that, and just basically open up on a page.
Oh, 8-9, 7-8-9, 10 Jack.
It's one of the double gut shot outs.
Just a brutal beat there.
We lose many bingo in ninth.
Many bingo getting it in pretty damn good there, but there were a lot of outs there.
Yeah, I believe on the flop,
couple of overs,
King Jack
gut
was the
shot.
favourite.
It's kind of, it's all going on there. But yeah, poker players are also happy to talk about their winnings, but let it be known there are losses, as I know only too well. I mean, I'm a losing player, definitely on PKR. Although having said that, let's talk about me binking the $5,000 package. Get in, Hames. Kickoff's going to lose this hand. I can see it, unless he's lucky. Tough one here. I'll go back to my glory days.
Yeah, Teddy's showing a lot of strength here because they've opened off 10 big blinds.
Yeah.
So I'm not a great fan of the re-raise from Kickoff here.
Well,
but saying that, I haven't been sitting at the table with this guy all day playing this tournament.
And also, I like the move from Kickoff myself, because it's basically you either going to raise this hand or get rid of it. You're not going to call.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer raising to calling there just because of how shallow Teddy is. I mean, it's going to come back to Teddy here. He's going to shove, and Kickoff can't do anything but call.
But Kickoff, I think, he's not stupid. I mean, it's like chess. He's thought of that.
Yeah, I'm not declaring Kickoff stupid.
No, not well. He is sometimes, but on this occasion, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's no silly bugger, is Craig?
What? No, he is when he's drunk. When he's drunk,
he seems to play impeccable poker.
Well,
he gets even more nitty, believe it or not.
Yeah. Well, what's this guy doing? El Chico looking somewhat like a camp pop star with a splurge of I don't know, Mussolini-esque politics or something like that. But why he's thinking about 6-jack suited, God only knows. Kickoff, I have seen him drunk many times. Him and James, big fans of the Jägermeister at the table.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Is he drunk now? Who knows? What we got to remember, these guys have been playing for 2 days now.
Yep.
This main event...
Not 2 days straight.
Yeah, they've had a little break. I mean, a little... Obviously, this was always going to happen. All in, cool.
10 of diamonds would be interesting. Oh, he's
there
got
we
10.
go. He's got us
outs.
out.
Nah.
Doesn't happen. Ace-King holding up for Teddy. Nice answer. And Kickoff slips down a little.
He slips, but he's still well.
Yeah, he's
well
all right. But I
comfortable,
think
over
he'll be thinking, not that happy with how things are going.
I mean, I think the only thing you can look at there, which might have given him an idea that the other player was strong, was that they were just raising off such a short stack. I mean, if the player was to shove, I would prefer to reshove with the ace queen because you're so far ahead of the shoving range.
Yeah.
But when they open from early position of 10 bigs, you've got to sort of think they're sort of calling for action.
Yeah.
But off a 10 big blind stack, ace queen of diamonds, you should be really getting it in against, generally, in the long run.
Yeah. Interesting.
But I don't think he should be beating himself up about it.
No,
It's
absolutely not.
It's not like he made it. It's not like...
Yeah, there's no error there
Exactly.
from
It's just
anyone's point of view.
that was the only thing that might have tipped him off, that the player was having a big hand there.
Now, we mentioned that this being the main event, it's been a 2-day event. A lot of players have entered, nearly 800 players. And
More than
also,
800.
I've also mentioned Kickoff's kind of his fluctuations in terms of bankroll. Another great lesson for you here. A $32 buy-in. Here he is.
Yep.
With the chance of turning that 32 into $5,000, rather than just going for the big stakes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Was that a straight?
I believe it is. We lose Mario King in 8th, taking home just over $500.
I think he got it in good with ace high, but was not to be priced in and outdrawn. The
Down
dealer,
to 7 players.
Dealer looking very glamorous. I haven't spoken about Dina Hassan for so long. She's a dealer.
Yeah.
And
She's not just a
do you
dealer.
know her?
Yeah, I know Dina.
I thought.
How hot is Dina?
She's pretty attractive, yeah.
Yeah, not as attractive as the pocket rocket.
Especially when the other player's got kings.
I mean, this is basically what you dream of, isn't it? It's the setup beyond all setups. Kings against aces. What can you do? Well, wow. I mean, you could do this.
Oh, wow. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure he's not set mining. But,
well, there we go.
That's pretty sick for
I'm
old Rock.
so surprised it wasn't re-raised, but hey, everyone
he's
to
going to
his
feel
own.
so sick when he sees this.
I bet.
Well, there's it's a big, I mean, wow, it's just a massive overbet.
Yeah.
He just gets it in.
There you go.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Brummy was setting the trap anyway with his kings, looking to get it in on the flop.
Absolutely.
I mean, the player there with aces didn't have too much back, as you saw on the flop.
Yeah, so Rocker fell out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Brummy
mean,
got a bit lucky there, to be fair.
absolutely.
But again, he did nothing wrong. He was just trying to set a trap with his kings. His kings are going to be the best hand million out of 1,000,001 times. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think when he saw the aces flipped over, he was amazed.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was like, oops, I got there.
Yeah, definitely. I think he thought he was up against Ace Jack or something silly, you know. But wow. Well, that is it. Have you ever folded kings pre-flop, Scott?
No.
No.
I've been tempted to, but
would you have been correct to?
I think a couple of times where I've had a feeling I'm up against aces. Usually they do have them, but sometimes they can have the other two kings, queens.
Yeah.
I mean, it really depends. Unless you've got. I think it's in a cash game. It might be easier. No, I'm not saying that it probably wouldn't be because it's a cash game. But in tournaments, you're playing against so many players that you might not have history with, that might only free bet you with aces or kings, for example.
Yeah.
So then if they free bet you, you know they've got one of those two hands.
Mm.
But generally, it's not profitable to fold kings pre-flop.
Yeah.
Can fold queens pre-flop.
Let's have a turn card.
I folded queens once in a live game and then was shown the other two queens, which was quite annoying.
Okay.
I knew he was strong, but obviously I can't imagine him having the other two.
All in.
That's all right. I mean, that would have only just been a split. Well, big bet here from El Chico. I like it. Nice and strong. It's going to take down that pot. Yeah, I had kings against you, obviously, and you spiked your paltry one-outer.
The way you called me, I thought I was winning pre-flop. You seem so upset about calling.
No, I
and
know.
then turn over 2 kings. I was like, what's going on?
You know why?
Because you knew it was coming.
I just knew it was coming.
But you've opened the button. You're on the button with the chip lead. I'm sure I've got like 12, 13 bigs in the small with ace 10. I thought I had the nuts.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you were right to do the move. I had a similar position last night. I played in the satellite at the Fox.
Okay.
Fold.
You win?
No. I was kind of got towards the business end, and then the cut-off raised. And by that point, you know,
Blinds,
pretty chunky.
shallow, yeah.
Pretty chunky. I had about 18 big blinds. Got king queen. I would shove it in there.
I
Just snap called by kings, and it's like, gee, I mean, what can you do?
Bad timing.
It was. I was unlucky. I love the main event at the Fox. I've only played it once before.
Yeah, it's a great tournament.
Cool.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. You've played in it, have you?
Yeah, I'd say 5 times.
Oh,
maybe,
really?
since it's opened. Yeah, I mean, I played in the first one they had, which was part of the London Calling,
Yeah.
and then I've played definitely a handful since then.
Well, full house there. Celtic unlucky out, I believe, in that hand.
Yeah, we lose Celtic 1981 in 6th place. They take home just under $1,000, 968.
And you're playing this weekend, I think, at the Vic.
I'm playing tomorrow, the grand final.
Yeah,
So a few of us going down there. Should be really good.
So busy 24 hours for you, because let's take this opportunity to yet again. I think we may have mentioned him before, but
Yeah,
to
I'm sure
welcome,
he's come up.
we're going to welcome Jake Cody into the PKR Team Pro.
Yeah.
Great addition.
you go.
Delighted about that.
Here
Teddy's going to be
comes the
delighted
flop.
about being up against 9 king here, as long as the king doesn't come.
This is
He's
the
good.
liver.
Jake Cody, our new addition. Hey, he's having a bit of a party tonight. We're going to go along. Free drinks. PKR does parties very well. That's one thing I'll say for
We're
him.
not too bad at having a party, are we?
Absolutely
Oh,
brilliant.
yeah.
And then the next day with your hangover.
My hangover, there's going to be like 30 of us that will be at the party going to be playing the next day.
Oh, really?
There's loads of people that are going to
It's
be
a
playing
big
next day.
buy-in, isn't it? $2,500 or something?
Yeah.
They had a satellite last night. I phoned them up and it was like, I said, have you got any tournaments tonight? Yeah, the satellite for the main event. How much is it? 330. I'm like, 330 quid? That's the main event for me right there. $2,500 for a bleeding tournament. Oh, my word.
You're playing a bigger one, the one you won.
Here's the flop.
Indeedio. Well, look at this, guys. Very quickly, let's concentrate this end.
Okay.
We got top pair against jacks against a big ace.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like that check because I'd have bet to find out where the hell I was. Kickoff, my main man,
Kickoff.
I think he's going to make some money from this.
I bet.
They'll have him down as a bit of an active player, I reckon, by now, which he is. And Teddy, well, it's at least a call.
I think Kickoff's
Here's
praying
the
he
turn.
shoves or raises. He wants to. Oh, that's a great card for Kickoff there.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I mean, that flop's really. It's not. I mean, it's not an ugly flop for an overpair, but there's so many turn cards you do not want to see.
It's a little drawy,
And
isn't
the
it?
5 of diamonds is like the most beautiful card because not
Yeah.
only does it pair the board, but it takes away the chances that they've got a set of 5s.
Yeah.
It's like literally the gin card apart from a jack, an
Yeah.
offsuit jack.
Well, it's also going to make Teddy think his hand might be good. But another bet here.
Win.
Well, to me that's way too strong. But
I actually don't mind it. I mean, it's
can't-
just
weirdly I quite like it as well.
it's opening up his range a bit. I think.
It is,
I mean,
isn't it?
like the hands he shoves there, he could be shoving like it's making it sort of look like a draw. Maybe he's. You know,
Oh, I
he's got
guess the
He's got,
call.
and look, the 7 hits, but it doesn't matter because the 5 on the turn.
Yeah, the 2 pair is
I
good.
like how he played that. Really like the shove.
Do you know what? I didn't like it, and then I grew to love
I
it.
grew to love it.
In those 5 or 6 seconds, I grew to love it.
It's like Craig. I didn't really like him, and I grew. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
New
Well,
I'm joking, Craig. If you're listening.
Craig is back now to where he wanted to be, which
Yeah.
is right at the top of that leaderboard. He's a really experienced player. He's going to be thinking, I can take this little puppy down.
You know what? James is coming down later. I hope he brings Craig. He might do.
Oh, he might well do.
Yeah.
Actually, weirdly enough, I hope he doesn't because I owe him 100 quid. Yeah, Craig, if you're listening, I'll pay you soon, Gov, honest. Seriously, I've got a list. I was showing our friend director Paul Condren the other night in the pub. I've got lists on my phone of people that I owe money to, and I'm slowly but surely getting through them.
Cool. There you go.
It's really nice. Paul's now off my list. Gave him 40 quid.
Big million chip pot here.
Big
Flip.
pot. The deuce is so good at the
Few
moment.
outs more.
It's all good. They hold. El Chico. Bit ballistic with a pair of twos, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, I'm never a fan of calling off with a hand like deuce just because you're always flipping.
New hand.
That's kind of odd. We're down to, what, 4 players now. Fast and furious. Yeah, I don't owe you any money, do I, Scott?
I don't think you do.
Thank God. And also, thank you for the trainers. Guys, if you want a new pair of trainers, get in touch with Scott Shelley at PKR. I just casually mentioned, God, I could do with a new pair of shoes. And was like, been a bit skint recently, and I was like, and Scott was like, I'll give you a pair. But you're a big trainer, dude, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got a bit of a trainer fetish.
Yeah. I did a documentary about trainers once.
Did you?
Guy called Kish. Don't know if you know Kish. Asian dude.
I think my friend knows him.
Okay.
Is he from London as well?
Yeah, he's from like...
I think my friend is actually good friends with
he
him.
lives in Camden.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, the name rings a bell. Does he have like a huge 2,000 pair collection?
Yeah.
It is the one then I'm thinking.
Wow, look at this. We got a raise, re-raise.
Wow,
full
this is
bet.
strong.
United Sexy Boys is playing good poker here, guys.
The turn.
Big call though.
Yeah.
Big call.
Here comes
I'm
the river.
amazed. I would have laid that hand down. Kicker problems, surely.
It's a great board to be bluffing, but it's such a sick spot for the King 8 there.
Yeah.
I mean, a hand actually happened in the main event final table that was just like that, where Ben Lamb, I think 4 or 5 bet bluff Stasco, just because of the texture of the board like that. And it was the way that it was like there was, I think there was a mistake by Stasco pre-flop where he didn't raise, he meant to raise and called, and there was dynamics there. But it was just like that.
Right.
And the Jack 10 tried to get it through there. But King 8 made a crying call.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those ones where I think I have to say that our main man, United Sexy Boys, who was out in 4th place with $1,700, he's going to be thinking, well, I was the better player in that. I was the better player there. He wasn't on my level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I do,
And
but
that's why I'm out, because he wasn't as good as I am.
I can see where you're coming from, but 4-handed top pair on a board like King 5-5 is very strong.
Yeah.
It's very strong. I mean, his 8's obviously not going to play a lot of the time.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I think you're right. When it gets down to 4 5-handed.
I mean, I can't recall the pre-flop action, but that might have helped with the story that went along. But
Yeah, I think you're right. I
It's
think
tough.
you're
I
right.
mean,
I think it was 8-handed, 3 players in the flop.
in.
That kind of action, you can get rid of the hand.
yeah,
Ace King, open shove. Well, what's Kickoff got in the big blind is really the thing. Brummy, Brummy, very loose call. How much has El Chico gone in for? Over a mil.
yeah, it was a really big open shove. I mean, I said before that shoving with like 15 to 20 big blinds should be what you should be doing, but when you're free-handed with Ace King, I probably would have just min bet it.
Well, that's really evened them up.
Yep.
Look at it. 3 mil, 3 mil, 2.5 mil for our man Kickoff.
Yep.
And we are really at the business end now. Talking money, guys. First prize, 5,600. Second, 3,300. Third, 2,200. Give or take 50 or so buckaroonies. So these guys are playing for good money.
Yeah, I mean, for a $30 investment,
Absolutely.
what more could you want?
Absolutely. You know, for $30, I usually get a bag of chips and a mushroom, you know what I mean? Because these guys are looking to get, I mean, you can get a moped.
We have a 3 million chip pot and
We
Kickoff
do.
at 6.
Kickoff in there, looking good.
Oi, oi.
Well done, sir. Get it in there with a bad hand, with the worst of it.
Well, he didn't. It wasn't like he was giving his chips away. He had 15 big blinds.
Yeah.
Shit from the small blinds.
Absolutely,
to 10.
and I think their experience tells, because this is one of the mistakes I think that players who've not been playing as long or as many hands as Kickoff make is they wait far too long.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
just got it in with anything,
Yeah.
man. I make a decision when I'm at that stage of the tournament where it's like, okay, anything suited, any pair, anything from king high or whatever, I'm going in.
This here is a good call.
Let's have the
Okay, here we
Brummy
go.
called the
Yeah.
shove. This should be a snap call with the king 10.
And here's
And
the river.
Well, the straight doesn't come off for El Chico.
No, it's held
Brummy
We're
in there.
Heads up. Brit on Brit action.
El Chico out in third. Good money for that.
Yeah, $2,200.
Pretty good. So Kickoff, come on, my main man. Up against Brummy. 2 Brits have risen to the top.
Big deficit.
Well,
big chip deficit,
just shoves.
sorry.
Ace 10. That's a head. Kickoff, what are you doing, you dumb nut? Come on, Kickoff. Oh, no. It's all over.
What can you do?
Well, Brummy, you're the main man. Gets the hand at the right time. Kickoff. What are you doing, sunshine? Useless. Cracking stuff. Brummy takes home, what's his first prize?
Brummy takes home $5,645 for his $32 investment.
Pretty good.
Which tops his previous best 5K cash.
Okay, well, that's it. That's only possible in the main event from $32 buy-in to spin it up. Yep. And nice work to Kickoff. Craig just falling short, but he's had some great results on PKR, hasn't he?
Craig, the cash game pro, I'm sure he'll settle for his spin up. He took $32 all the way up to $3,300.
Yeah, and I hear that he was with James Sudworth, like composing music while he was playing and stuff.
There is a great YouTube clip somewhere on the forums of them two. They made up a song as Craig was playing.
Okay.
And it's absolutely hilarious.
Well, not too bad to compose a song while coming second out of 800-odd competitors.
Not too bad.
So good work all round there. I have to just say one word of, condolences to the rest of them, because playing for 2 days, obviously a little bit of kip in between, but that's so hard to get to that final table and then not to get in those first few places.
Yeah, it's just like playing a big live tournament. You come back all excited for the next day. You've made the next day, and just to not get that last hurdle.
Yeah, who was our man at United Sexy Boys? Nice effort, sir, but very well played to Brummy. Craig, see you down the bar later. Scotty, we will see all of you lot here on PKR TV soon. Cheers for watching.